What's up, everybody? It's KelseeBrianaJai and welcome to my May favorites. Yo, I can't even believe it's May. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I still catch myself writing 2015. Actually, I always write 2015 and then I have to go right over it with the 6. I'm like, when the heck did 2015 end? Like, I can't, my mind can't. But we are here and Memorial Day is approaching, so I hope I get this video before then, but I want you guys to have a very safe Memorial Day weekend. But I just wanted to share with you guys some products that I've been loving the entire month of May. I don't have that much stuff, but I do want to share the things that I have been constantly using or obsessed with. So for starters, this is an unlikely candidate that I would never think that I would put in my favorites video, just because I tried this foundation before and I didn't like it. However, I tried this foundation before I started Retin-A, which Retin-A helps my skin clear up a lot. My skin was going through some situations for about a year or two and I was just like, I can't take it. So I went to the dermatologist. They gave me Retin-A. So now things that I thought I didn't like because I thought they broke me out really weren't the culprits of what was breaking me out. It really was a lot of other things going on. So I decided to give this foundation another shot because I always thought it was pretty, but I thought it was breaking me out, one, and then it doesn't give you that much coverage, two. But once you get your skin together, girl, you can try some things again. So I've been loving this foundation. I wear it all the time. Every time I wear this foundation, people always compliment me on my skin. They say, oh my gosh, your skin looks so pretty. Not your makeup looks so pretty, your skin. So this is a good everyday foundation. This foundation gives you medium buildable coverage and I really like that about it. I spray it directly on my beauty blender and then I just dab it on. So pretty, so flawless. I'm in the color 400. It is an aerosol foundation, so you do spray it. It gives you a lot of foundation though to make up for that fact, because typically when you get a higher end foundation, they give you about 1 fluid ounce, not really too much over that, but this one comes with 2.3 fluid ounce because you have to take into account how much of it is really going into the air. But I really have been enjoying this foundation a lot. If you haven't checked it out, go to a Dior counter. Dior is in mostly all major department stores, so definitely go check it out. I love this foundation. It is in my current rotation. It's been one of the foundations I've been using really for 2 months, honestly, but I had to see if I was gonna like it. But if you guys want to see me do a review and a demo and all that good stuff on this foundation, let me know. Next, sticking to skin products, not really skincare, but skin products. This right here, this little gem is so good for the hot months. Like, once it starts getting hot, my forehead starts acting up. My forehead gets oily, my forehead gets sweaty, and like, I just look back on pictures sometimes and it's just like, girl, why does it look like I can fry chicken on my forehead? So I need a primer that's going to mattify my face. Not even my face. I need a primer that's going to mattify my forehead, not my T-zone, not my cheeks, like just right there. So this primer right here is by Makeup Forever. This is one of their step 1 primers. If you guys have not heard how bomb these primers are, they are so bomb. They have one for everybody. They have one if you have oily skin, if you have texture issues, if you have a color that you need to correct, and then they have so many. They have maybe 8 or 9 of them, so you can find one to address any issue that you may have to really properly prep the skin so your foundation looks so much better. So this one is the oil controller one. This one is fantastic. Every time I put it on, I do not have that problem with the oil slick. Now, depending on how long I have the foundation on and if I've been outside and all that good stuff, you know, you do have to take that into account when you're like, oh, this doesn't work. If you're walking outside for 15 hours on Miami on 4th of July, then girl, you need to give the product a break, because that's not the product, that's you. But this one right here does a great job on a everyday basis of controlling oil and keeping my face as matte as possible. Okay, so this one is kind of one of those products where I was like, should I put that in there? But I have to tell y'all what I've been liking. This one is the MAC Luster Drops. Okay, so the reason why I was like I might not put it in there is because These used to be a permanent products. Then MAC, you know, was like, nah, these not selling. They had them out at the wrong time. Then all of a sudden, the highlighting craze started. So everybody wanted everything to highlight. And so people started coming and looking for these. This is when I worked there. They started coming and looking for them. And I'm like, they discontinued them. So I'm like, dang, MAC discontinued these at the wrong time. But MAC had started, like, they kind of know, like, you know, that's back on trend or whatever. So they will put it in a limited edition collection every now and then. And so they just re-released this with the Future MAC collection. So you might be able to find it. These are the Luster Drops, and these are in Barbados, girls. So you guys probably can tell that these originally came out with the Briana collection. And these are so pretty. They are a rose gold, like, liquid highlighter. When I say I get my life every time I put this on my face, you put it on your face just by itself. It's going to give you a nice luminous finish. You can mix it in with your foundation. It's going to give you a nice luminous finish. Or if your skin, if you just got it like that, your skin is just bomb like that, mix it in with your moisturizer and go. And it gives you like the nicest, most lush, just really ethereal glow. And I love these. These are a very thin consistency. They don't mess with my skin, and I absolutely love them. The reflection on them is like otherworldly. And then if you go and you pair like this with a pressed highlighter, your highlight is just gonna be so like popping. It doesn't make any sense. So if you can find these, definitely grab these. They aren't like a super hyped up product, but I did see where some people were having a harder time finding them, because I know one of my subscribers wrote in the comments and she was like, girl, I don't know where to get Barbados, girl. I'm like, I don't know either, but I saw them, so you should call around to see if you can find them. But if you can still find them, grab them, because they are worth it. This right here is my swag. These are the Wet n Wild highlighter powders. So I found these at a Rite Aid that is nowhere near my house. They were the last two, because every Walgreens that I went to from here to Madagascar, I couldn't find them. But finally, miraculously, I found two. So these, if you guys have not heard, are, you know, super inexpensive, but they have like super bomb pigmentation. Wet n Wild did not come to play with y'all today. So I have Crown of my Canopy, which is the more rose gold one. And then we have Precious Petals, which is that champagne whitish one. Hello. $2.99 highlighters that is giving you Sephora tease. I was like really shocked, because you know, sometimes you see stuff on social media and on YouTube and everybody's like, oh my god, it's so good, and then you go get it and it's like, girl, that is terrible. But not this. This is actually really good. It's inexpensive. It's inexpensive, and if you can find them, you can't go wrong with spending $2.99 on a highlighter. But I'm that person, I don't care how much it costs, so I'm not going to force myself to use it just because it's $2.99. But on the same end of it, I'm not going to be like, I don't want to use it because it's $2.99. You know what I mean? So it's like, it has to be good, because I don't have a problem with paying on either side of the spectrum. It just needs to be good. So love these. They've been in my makeup bag all month. I've been traveling all month. Like, I'm always on the go, and these have been with me, and I love them. Gotten several compliments. I get the same amount of compliments when I wear these as I do when I wear my Tom Ford, and that's crazy. Okay, so last highlighter products. Y'all know I can't do a video without talking about Tom Ford. You know that. So this is the Tom Ford Soleil Contouring Compacts. Did a whole video on this and Bicoastal. I put Bicoastal in my favorites last month. And honestly, if I didn't put it in the favorites last month, then I would probably go ahead and throw it in the favorites this month, because it's still a favorite. But I don't want to be real repetitive with y'all, but I just want to let you know that it's still my favorite. But this right here, I love this. I got this, I don't really remember when I got it, but all I know is that I was very hesitant on getting it at first. I was like, this isn't going to show up. I don't really need it. Blase, blase. But I wear it all the time. I use the bronzer I use the blush, I use the highlighter. I love this compact. If you guys have not seen my video where I did a review on that, definitely we'll have it linked below. Check it out after you watch this video and let me know what you think about it. It's still available on a lot of like higher end retailers websites such as Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus, and you probably can call and find it at a counter. I was in Atlanta like week before last, and I still saw it down there, so you shouldn't have too hard of a time finding it if you really want it. This has snuck its way back into my everyday makeup routine. Like, I find myself reaching for this so much. I pulled it out because I had stuffed it in the back of the drawer, and I said I'm gonna start like rotating my makeup and just really using stuff, because I find myself a lot of times only using stuff while it's hot, and then afterwards I just keep it in the back of the drawer. But heaven forbid I don't have it. I have to have it, but I might not use it, but I have to still know that I have it in the back of the drawer. So I pulled this back out because I remember how much I really loved it when I was using it, and I hadn't really given it that much love this year, but last year I went ham on it. So I decided to start back using this. This is the Kat Von D Shade Plus Light eyeshadow palette. It is an all matte eyeshadow palette, and it has different tones of neutrals. So it has your very cool tone, it has your warm tone, and then it has your neutral nude tones. And I love this palette. The eyeshadows are super buttery. This eyeshadow palette has gotten so much love in the YouTube and beauty community, and it's for good reason. It's because this palette is amazing. Kat Von D is a tattoo artist slash makeup artist, and they sell it at Sephora. So if you've never heard of her, go watch LA Ink. You can kind of get a basis of who Kat Von D is, and then you'll see like why she designs her palettes the way that she does. So I love this palette. Very sleek, so easy to travel with, and it has a different amount of colors, you know, a good array of colors, so you can create different looks if you travel a lot, or even if you don't and you just want a variety. That's a good palette to get. This brush right here, so this brush is magical, legit. I used this brush so much this month, it was sickening, to the point where I would use the brush. I have to wash my brush. I can't keep using it. Wash it, get it right back dirty. Sometimes the brush was still wet and I still just had to use it, because I love buffer brushes. Like, my favorite foundation brushes, hands down. I really don't care for the painter style foundation brushes. It's either I'm going to use a buffer brush or I'm going to use my beauty blender. Most of the time I use the beauty blender, but if not, I'm going to use a brush that's very dense and compact, and it's going to give me a lot of coverage, and it's going to allow me to control how much coverage and where I'm placing the product. So this MAC 170 brush is bomb.com. It is angled, it is very dense, and the bristles are super soft. I believe this is a synthetic hairbrush, but I really don't know. I believe so, but it's just so soft, and I love this brush so much. It's shorter, gives me a good control. Like, when I apply my foundation with this, it goes on like butter. They released this with the relaunch of Studio Tech, so I think that MAC was wanting to draw attention back to Studio Tech. I am a lover of Studio Tech. Like, there's only a few MAC foundations that I just feel like just really deliver, and Studio Tech is one of them. They released this with that, so I definitely wanted to pick up another Studio Tech. I've been out of it for a minute, but I do miss it, so I am going to go ahead and grab another one, and then I'll be using this brush with it. But this brush goes well with any foundation, I'm telling you, especially a super liquidy one, because a lot of times when you apply a super liquidy foundation, it's just moving all around. But if you get this and you just press it in, honey, 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 honey. So we're winding down to the last products that I have for my May favorites. Let me show you some of my favorite lip products for the month. So this comes like as a little package, because this has just legit been in my purse since April. So sometimes, depending on the day, I will use Creamola Cream Stick Liner. This is a MAC product. This lip liner has been discontinued, but it is very comparable to Cork, which you guys still can get and probably are very familiar with. It's a mid-tone brown color. Or I will use it with Whirl, which is like MAC's all-time #1 most famous lip pencil of all time at this point. So Whirl is like this very plum, muted, nudish color, pinky nude color. So it doesn't matter which one, I'll use one of these lip liners depending on if I want it more nudie or do I want it more pinky nude. Then I'll bust out my Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Honeycomb, which is this really pretty, just nude, pinky nude color. And then on top of that, I'll use this Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. Every day. Every day. And I wore this out to the point where I was like, so I had to talk to myself. I was like, so Kelsee, you just gonna act like you don't have, I don't know, a good 1,000 other lip products to choose from? And I was like, yeah, I am. Because that's good and I'm good with that. So that was kind of the dialogue between myself. One side telling me to stop, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes type of situation. So I've been using that a lot. So then last product that I have to share with you guys is probably my favorite thing. I don't know. All of this stuff is my favorite, so it's hard for me to rank, but I really need to buy another one. Mine is like, I can see like where it's empty, and that's hard for me to do at first because I have so many different things, and I've been, I just don't use the same thing all the time except for that lip combination. But this, just a lip gloss. This lip gloss has earned a special place in my heart. This is a Vamplify formula by MAC. MAC Vamplify lip glosses probably are the most, well, second most bomb lip glosses of all time. I love the Dazzle Glass lip glosses, but apparently MAC didn't love them, so they got rid of them. But these right here, it's like high shine pigment in a tube. These are amazing. This one came out with the Brooke Candy collection and it's called Pamela. And it basically is like Whirl in a lip gloss form. So if you're a fan of those dusty rose neutral nude colors, then you have to go get that. You have to. Like, it's non-negotiable. I love it. Those are all the products that I have to share. So let me tell you some of my favorite entertainment things. So I'm just going straight off the dome with this. So I've been obsessed with Cutthroat Kitchen. Like, I feel like I said that last month, but the obsession has gotten to a whole nother level, to the point where if I'm laying in the bed, I want to watch Cutthroat Kitchen. If I'm getting ready to go, I gotta like turn on Cutthroat Kitchen. Like, it just like, I've connected with the show, and I didn't think that it was gonna be like that, but I'm like wanting more episodes. Like, I want to go back and watch some of them again, and I love this show. Let's see. I'm still loving Lemonade. Every second I get a chance to listen to some music, I'm listening to Lemonade. Let's see what else. Oh, I love View. I don't love the whole Views album. I really just like Child's Play. Like, I love that song. Like, that's just like a fun little song. He's like, don't make me get you back to the hood. And yeah, I think that's all I'm loving as far as media and things. That's all I can think of. If I love anything else, then I'll share it with you next month. But let me know some of your loves down below, down in the comment section. And I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, and tell your friends to come watch my YouTube channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Smooches. Don't make me get you back to the hood. Hey, don't make me. I said, your love.